What up, what up, what up? Welcome. Let me wear my headset. Makes me feel safe. Makes me feel at home, you know? There is something deep that I want to talk about. You've all heard of the term Stoicism. It's been populated by media lately. And like it's corner, it's Sigma grind set alpha male corner on the internet. I was ignorant of the topic. I knew basic stuff, but I didn't really dig deep and understand anything about it. I've been watching some YouTube videos and reading some articles. What I found is there is another term called cynicism. There is Stoicism, there is cynicism. I had like a preconceived idea about it. And that preconceived idea, without going into detail, was that it is so much different than Stoicism. So when I found that Stoicism and cynicism are actually linked, that was an astonishing fact for me. And I want to talk about the limited information I have about those two topics today, because it's something that I wanted to share. Stoicism was initially influenced by cynicism, and they both share the same principles, but they're somehow different. That's the interesting thing about them. For example, one of the shared principles is virtue as the highest good. Both Stoics and Cynics believe that virtues like courage, wisdom, self-discipline are essential for human fulfillment and happiness. And they both also share the principle of self-sufficiency, which means being internally driven rather than depending on external circumstances to make you happy or for your happiness. But here's the interesting thing. They both share the principle of focusing on rationality. But cynics see this as a way of freedom from the expectations of society, and Stoics view it as a way of aligning more with society. And that's the interesting part about them, which is their attitudes towards society and materialism. Because Stoicism looks at society like it's a part of nature, and one of their principles is aligning with nature. So Stoicism pushes you to engage more in society, but not as a way of being self-sufficient by engaging more in society. It's like a more pragmatic look at materialism. Society exists. That doesn't mean that it's bad, but that doesn't mean that it's good. It just means that you shouldn't rely on society and materialism to make you happy. While cynicism, on the other hand, says the same thing, but it also says the complete opposite, which is, yes, you should be self-sufficient. Yes, you shouldn't rely on society and materialism, but in a more satirical way, kind of, which is challenging social norms to the extreme. So they're more or less embraced a lifestyle to demonstrate the worthlessness of society, or the worthlessness of wealth and fame and physical comfort. And for Stoicism, the buzzword is preferred indifference, meaning that one could have something without being attached to it, which is just saying self-sufficiency, but in a more intellectual way. So they see social roles as compatible with virtue, rather than being worthless acts that shouldn't be done because they do not achieve self-sufficiency for am I making any sense? Stoicism and cynicism emphasize on achieving inner freedom and detachment. But inner freedom and detachment in both come in very different ways. Because in cynicism, freedom is the rejection of all societal norms, while Stoicism sees inner freedom as a way of detachment from external bullshit. The difference here being their approaches. The Cynics being provocative and socially critical, while Stoics being balanced, merging their virtues with their social duties as a way of aligning themselves with the cosmos. Whoa. And that's why Stoicism is appealed broadly, because it takes a more realistic approach to living your life and engaging in society. It doesn't exclude you from everything you've known. Yeah, that's it. Goodbye. Boom. This is me reminding you to subscribe and like the video, because it's free and it doesn't cost you anything and it's good. Do it.